KETV News Watch 7's Nicole Goodrich is inside the Mid-America Center where Trump took the podium. Camila Ortiz is outside with both supporters and protesters, and Chin Doan is getting Democratic reaction.
We'll start with Nicole Goodrich covering what Trump had to say. Nicole?
Now, the rally ended about half an hour ago. You can see they're still in the process of tearing it down here, but we have some video as things were going on. Trump spoke for about 45 minutes this afternoon. This was a bit different than his other two rallies in the metro area. Before, he seemed to go off the cuff, speak without a script as he's known for. Today, Trump had a teleprompter, and in that 45-minute speech, he brought up just about every talking point he's used this election cycle, attacking Hillary Clinton for a lot of the time. He spoke about polls, his own business successes, sanctuary cities, ethanol, campaign ads, Clinton's emails, the Democratic National Convention, and many other topics. Some of the biggest cheers Trump got this afternoon came when he talked about immigration and when he promised to build a wall. The biggest boos of the day came with any mention of Hillary Clinton this afternoon, as well as Syrian refugees. Here's a few of the promises he made the crowd.
We're going to create new government that serves you, your family, and your country. Lower taxes by a lot, less regulation, more affordable child care, fair trade deals, secure borders, thriving family farms, millions and millions of new jobs. We're going to end the Clinton corruption, total corruption.
Now, the one thing Trump did bring up multiple times this afternoon was the story of Sarah Root. Now, she is the recent graduate who was killed after a January crash. The man accused of driving drunk and causing that crash is Eswin Mejia, an illegal immigrant who hasn't been seen since he bailed out of jail. Now, both of Sarah Root's parents took a part in the rally today. Her father, Scott Root, leading the crowd in the Pledge of Allegiance. And in the middle of his speech, Trump called her mother, Michelle Root, on stage. And here's what she said.
The Obama-Clinton policies released the man that killed my daughter after he showed up at the borders. Then after he killed my daughter, they released him again. Now where is he? Nobody knows. Donald Trump is the only person that cared about us when no one else could and would.
Like most of Trump's rallies, the crowd here loved everything he had to say. A lot of cheers, a lot of chants for USA, Trump, etc. We'll have more coverage today. Reporting live, Nicole Goodrich, KETV News Watch 7.
All right, Nicole, thank you. The excitement for Trump even spilled outside of the arena, but not everybody supported the Republican nominee's visit to Council Bluffs.
Yeah, KETV News Watch 7's Camila Ortiz continues our team coverage.
Yeah, David, Melissa, we saw both supporters and protesters outside of the Mid-America Center today, but overall exchanges between everybody remained peaceful. Let's go ahead and show you some video from earlier. Outside of the South Mid-America Center doors, a large line started forming bright and early. Some Trump supporters getting here around 9 in the morning to get a good spot inside. Protesters allowed to gather down the block. A small group making signs and speaking with supporters. Both sides eager to share their opinions on the presidential candidate.
I think he's a patriot. I think he doesn't need this office. He's not a politician, and that's very attractive to us.
Because he's racist, he's xenophobic. We don't want him to be the next president of the United States. We're trying to wake people up.
We heard of one person getting kicked out of the rally before Trump arrived. Police say they recognized him from the Pence protest back in August and say it was, quote, a proactive measure. We'll hear from that gentleman coming up at 6 o'clock, plus more from supporters and protesters. Reporting live in Council Bluffs, Camila Ortiz, KETV News Watch 7.
Thank you, Camila. And before Trump even landed in Iowa today, Democrats held a press conference slamming him for some of his statements during Monday's debate. KETV News Watch 7's Chin Doan is live with that side of the story.
Behind me are still some people sticking around buying some souvenirs. I spoke with several as they were coming in and out about why they came to listen to Trump. Some of them telling me they're still undecided. One man from Africa, an immigrant from Africa, from Omaha, even brought his young son telling me he came to learn more about Trump's immigration policies. Meanwhile, Democratic leaders in our area say they've heard enough. Take a look at this video here. This is a small rally held outside Council Bluffs City Hall just before the rally. They were speaking out against Trump, including Iowa's Attorney General, the Nebraska Democratic National Committee man, and also Pottawatomie County Democratic Party Chair. Lisa Nelson says she's voting for Hillary Clinton because she has inspired countless girls to dream big and also to assure women that equality will one day be possible. But the chair says the opposite is true for Clinton's opponent.
Donald Trump is historic in his own right because no presidential candidate in modern history has ever been more brazen in his disregard for women than Donald Trump. As Hillary reminded us Monday's debate, he's called women fat pigs, disgusting animals, dogs, slobs.
And Iowa's Attorney General Tom Miller also tells me he believes Clinton is the right choice because she represents ordinary Iowans, also the public interest and the well-being of the public. We'll have more reaction from Democratic leaders tonight at 6. Live in Council Bluffs, Chin Doan, KETV, Newswatch 7.